Hello, everyone, and welcome to. Hello.
What round two? Round two. One more time.
Doing it live.
I almost said Big Boy Season.
Hello and welcome to Hush Hallows.
A Monster of the Week story here on Dice Priori. We are back for episode 11 of our story here. Let me just do a quick couple channel announcements before we roll right into it. Let's see here. Community Theater is back on August 29th with Mouse Guard. Be sure to check that out and go into our Discord to look at the cast announcements and be on the lookout for Hushed Boy Hallows. Be on the lookout for future community theaters and shoot your shot to see if you get in. Also, we are conducting a system search for Ghost in the Machine, and go ahead and join our Discord and find the system search channel and give us your suggestions. As always, if you're enjoying tonight's stream, be sure you are following. If you are already followed, consider subscribing. If you are already subscribed, consider gifting a subscription. And bits are nice too, so your support helps us keep bringing you tabletop content. As we branch out to different systems, it will also help us with that search and such. So thanks so much. Take it away, Hector. Oh, are they frozen? Yeah, they are. Okay. Take it away, Lucy. Emma Lucy.
Hello, I'm Lucy. No, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Lucy Doe, who also uses she, her pronouns, and I am using the Monsters. She's from the Monsters playbook. I almost had a flawless intro, and then I didn't. Take it away, Kaya.
Shit. I was like, so close. Hello, I'm Kara Gasson. You can find me on the Twitter sphere at Crit Charisma. I play Isabeau Hauer. We both use the she, her pronouns. Isabeau is a pararomantic playbook. And her counterpart is Cal the Monsters. It's played by our illustrious DM. But let's go to, I think Maria's back. Maria Hector.
Hello, I'm kind of here. Hi, I'm
Damn it.
Maria.
Mm-hmm. Buddy. Alexis?
Yeah.
Hello, hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at Vox Fanato. I use she, her pronouns, and I'll make this quick because it looks like Maria might be back. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Darelene Gray, who I will be playing this evening and is the Hex playbook. You can also find me here Fridays for Alexis Attempts Art, and right now I'm working on a very great Void Howdy design. Maria.
I don't know if I'll stay back, but I'm here. Hello. I'm Maria. You can find me at Happy Capture on the internet. I use they, she pronouns. Tonight, maybe I'll be playing Hector, who uses he, him pronouns, and uses the Mad Scientist playbook. I'm visiting someone and the internet's not great, so we'll see how it goes.
And I'm Ty. I'm your keeper for this evening. I use he and pronouns. Last time on Hush Hallows, Darlene woke up from her several days of on and off sleeping with a strange dream. Managed to reunite with everyone as Isabeau and Cal ran out of the forest, and Oak, Lucy, and Raphael had some odd experiences but left the forest as well, as did Hector, who, when leaving, found a large gash mark on the left side of his car. The crew reconvened except for Hector, who went back to Nana's and decided to try to put an end to whatever monster was plaguing the town. In the forest, they found a large meat tree that after a very rough battle ended up defeating, but not without some wounds and injuries of their own. So when we resume, we are going to resume back at Nana's Fat Slabs. Raphael had just left with a man named Shane, who you just all briefly met. I think Oak went upstairs. Everyone else is still in the kind of main gathering area of this place, except for Hector, who is currently asleep next to the basement door.
Oh, Hector.
What you all do?
I want so bad for Hector's internet to be better.
Yeah, can I use magic on Hector's internet?
Yeah.
You can.
Roll.
I think that... Well, goddamn it, Hector's not here. Well, Hector's not stable.
Well, that's...
Are any of us really stable, though?
Nope.
I think the first thing Oak would do is go straight down to whatever books there are, and he would just kind of like... Because we're back at base, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think he would... I'll switch us over real quick. I think he would... Actually, 1 second. Tech things. I think we're good now. No, we're not. I'll have to fix Darlene's window here in a minute. I don't get it. I'll switch around. He's gonna just go down to the library at first,
Okay.
but I don't have anything I actually want to do yet. That's just narratively what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk past Hector's body, which is just... Well, it's as you walk by again, he is slumped up asleep. You also notice there are several wounds on his body, and he is injured pretty badly.
Oh shit! I definitely was not listening. I'm like, oh
No, that's that. I think that I didn't realize how bad Hector was until Maria told me.
Yeah.
Hector is unstable as well. So like, I think you just like Oak just kind of walked up, after the conversation with Raphael and Shane. But upon looking, Hector's not doing great.
Gotcha. All right. Boom shakalaka. There we are. You're back. That was funny the way you were leaning into the other frame, by the way.
Thank you.
So then, like, Oak just starts to walk past things. He literally thinks Hector is, like, dozed off. And then he looks over just out of the corner of his eye and sees all the wounds. He's like, Isabeau, Hector's injured. And he's going to, like, crouch over Hector.
Okay. I'll rush over and start checking over Hector and seeing what kind of injuries he has.
If memory serves, they were from the stag fight, so I believe he has some
A lot of
lacerations
lacerations.
and some bruising.
I mean, I could close up some of these lacerations. I don't know if he's going to like it very much. And there's the whole thing where I could just make it worse and kill him.
Maybe I can help.
Yeah, you want to try and do it together, or try to?
I'll help you. I'll make like a kind of soily paste that you can kind of heat up. That way, it may not damage his skin so much.
Okay. Yeah. That might work.
So my intent here is to help Isabeau's action.
Okay, yeah, roll the help out.
I'm really good at this. It's cool, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Great. 4.
On a 4, you expose yourself to trouble or danger, which we'll talk about in a second. I need you to roll. Isabeau.
Our fiddle experience.
That's a
so-
6.
Well,
Oh,
it's a good thing Hector's not here.
We just killed him.
Yeah.
We just killed Hector. Harley
you
never gets to meet him.
are.
to meet his corpse.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what happens.
Could have really used that one.
You are both. Well, you both get a mark XP, so that's good.
Well, I leveled.
That's good. You are. Well, what's not good is that you are both severely injured and like you've been in fight after fight after fight, and you're like bending down trying to use your magic abilities to heal Hector, cauterize his wounds, and you're just kind of like lighting up your hands and fingers in this way. And both of you are kind of swaying and passing out. And when you fully realize what's happening, you have set Oak on fire.
I think what I like is instead of doing earth, I did air, and I fed the flame.
Yeah.
And it just erupts in a fireball in my face.
So Hector is actually pretty okay. You both just get close, but then it just backdrafts into both of your faces. You're going to take 1 harm.
I'm unstable.
I'm unstable again.
And you're both currently on fire. Which, for the first time, Isabeau, you don't feel as much pain when this is happening.
Ooh.
You don't actually feel any pain. You took the 1 harm, but your skin doesn't burn. It doesn't feel like that.
Is it one of those things where somebody has to tell me I'm on fire?
Well, for sure that. Well, for sure that for you, but you notice Oak on fire right next to you as well.
Okay, I'll try to put the flames out on him, not realizing that I am also on fire.
Roll act, and now Darlene and Lucy, you see these 2 people on fire in the hallway next to you.
I'm just screaming, Darlene!
Well, I'm about to make it so much worse because I rolled a 6.
Well, add that old. Well, it's gonna be a short episode as you all burn down this building and die. How much health do you have left, Isabeau?
3.
Okay, you're gonna take one more. You're gonna take one more, and you're gonna pass out.
Cool. Yep.
You hear Oaks screaming, and then you just see Isabeau's body fall on the other side of this hallway, just on fire. What little clothes left are just aflame.
I would stop, drop, and
in
roll.
jail.
I would stop, drop, and roll.
Good. Roll an act to keep it cool.
Oh my god. Is this act under pressure?
Yeah. Take your pressure again.
I get a +1 to this. Because I'm dealing with the consequences of my own magic.
Correct!
I really need to stop trying to heal people.
11!
You, with masterfully, seeing Isabeau just fall down, you go oh yeah, and you just stop, drop, and roll, and the flames are out.
Using my flying to, tunnel myself over.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 unconscious, unstable bodies.
Yes.
So is Isabeau literally on fire right now?
Yeah.
And Hector is or is not on
Hector's
fire?
Hector's fine. They didn't manage to actually do anything to him. They tried to use cauterize and it backdrafted.
Ty isn't going to kill somebody who isn't here.
No, that'd be brutal.
Darlene just comes in with a blanket or a tarp or something and just smothers out the flames. Or at least is going to try to.
Yeah. Roll, probably act under pressure or help out. I would let you do.
Oh, great. My worst skill. Yeah, because both of those are cool, right?
Yep.
Darlene is not. This is not.
Can't wait to die. This has been great.
Well, I know which move I'm going to take if I fail right now and I get an advancement. I can tell you that. Oh, look, a 5! No, -2. The -1, I mean, 4. I advance.
That's good. You advance.
I get an advancement.
I think what happens is that you just you are kind of panicking and just kind of throw.
I throw the blanket, nothing happens.
You throw a blanket and just catches on fire.
Yeah.
You don't take any damage, but there's just a flaming blanket on top of Isabeau.
Do I take another one?
Oh, shoot.
You can take one more, sure.
Okay, well, I'm 1 away from dying.
Mess up one more time, guys.
Bless my stars. I'm going to take a move that's called This Might Sting. As it fits.
We need it.
And we have so much trouble with healing. It says, I can use magic to heal 3 harm, but this process is exceptionally painful. On a 7 and 9, it also leaves a gnarly scar. So, that's what I would like to do, if that's all right.
Well, let's let Lucy. She's still on fire currently with the
Okay.
blanket on her. So, Lucy, maybe you want to do something about the flames before she tries to do a medical
fair.
procedure.
That's fair.
Upon seeing this in front of me, I will go over and first of all, I know I can't move through people, but I'm gonna make sure my incorporeal kind of keeps me from getting caught on fire.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will. Can I use that while also picking? Can I pick up the blanket and then, as I'm putting it on them, use it? Sort of I don't know.
You can't
how
really
that would
pick
work.
things up while you're incorporeal.
No, but can I pick up the blanket while I'm solid, and then as I'm positioning myself, I can lower it on them while letting myself, so that I don't want to take any harm because I'm also not doing great. So I would like to try to use whatever blanket Darlene brought over to try to put out as much fire in this area as I can.
The blanket that's on fire?
Oh, the blanket caught on fire.
Yeah, she threw the blanket on Isabeau's body and it just went up. It's on fire as well.
Great. Are there other blankets nearby?
There's the tarp that you guys were using as a front door.
Oh. That is probably vinyl, isn't it?
Melted plastic.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that near fire. Are there towels? There's got to be like towels.
I'm sure you can find towels. There's a bathroom nearby. You can get towels in.
Okay, I would
Water?
probably run and grab smothering. Oh, wait, is there flour in the house? Are we near a kitchen? Is there any flour?
Yeah, there's fire.
Okay, I would grab the thing of flour and I'm going to start dumping that on them.
Okay. Yeah. Roll.
I know it's messy, but that's the best
I'm
way to
being
put out a
chicken
fire.
basted right now.
Roll act under pressure. I'll give you a +1 for using something useful too.
Did you say add a +1?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're welcome, people. 15.
Flames finally doused in it. Like there's like black char like on around the hallway on the freezer door, and Isabeau is just like laying whatever clothes are left on her body.
You know, I'm much better at starting fires than putting them out. Thanks, Lucy.
So out of the 6 of you here, 3, Cal is still unconscious, Isabeau is unconscious, Hector is unconscious.
Yep. All right.
I feel like just gonna mute myself.
Dr. Darlene's in the house.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna scrub up and
Just gonna start scraping the fuck out of my skin.
I'm gonna roll my use magic to try to Darlene is gonna walk over.
Who are you healing first, Isabeau?
Yeah, Darlene's gonna walk over to Isabeau and just gently kind of, push her hair back away from her face and her ear and say, "I'm sorry, honey, but this might sting a bit." And here we go. Okay, all right. The last. Nope. Okay, I don't have that +1, but I did roll an 11 plus my 2 weird, so as a 13.
Good.
So you heal 3.
What does it look like when you do this for the first time?
Oh, You know what? Because I've done things with telekinesis, and I thought about using telekinesis to try to do some things before to help with some healing. I think what it looks like is Darlene's eyes kind of go white again, and you see her sort of like manipulate with her fingers in the air, and you see the like any of the wounds that are open sort of like mesh, like sort of go towards each other, and you see blood sort of start to create these like stitches and scabbed so there's like stitch work made of Isabeau's own like blood and scabs, and it sure does hurt a lot.
It would if she was conscious, but she is. When she wakes up, it'll hurt a lot. Yeah, you.
And any of the burns are sort of like she just sort of accelerates the clotting and the scarring.
Yeah. You are.
There you go. Good as new.
Yeah. 3 harm healed, and you are stabilized. You are still not conscious yet.
Well, I will remain unconscious. It's probably for the best because I will just try to heal somebody again and die and kill all of us.
Sleep this one off.
Who's next?
I think I can heal myself.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Felt that right here.
I am absolutely wrecked right now because I still haven't slept from the stag fight. So like I've been healed mystically, but like I must be just covered in just wounds and blood and scars.
Yeah, and you're missing most of your you're like half of your shirt's gone.
Oh, my whole shirt because I tore it off.
Oh,
I tore it off. Yeah.
So you can see like the wounds from the stag that have been partially healed, and the wounds from the protecting someone you were doing during the last fight, protecting Cal, I think.
Actually, I'm gonna look down then once I say I can do it myself, and then I look back up at Darlene, and I'm like, I actually don't think I can do this myself.
That's okay, sugar. You've had a long go of it, and you need some rest. Let's see what I can do for you.
Here comes the scar.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look around and say, anybody got like a stick or something? Might want to bite down on something.
There's jerky. There's probably some tough jerky nearby.
I'll
down
probably
on
have
this.
a belt somewhere.
Yes, there we go.
I believe you mean beef raisins.
Yes, beef raisins.
That's
There are
right.
beef raisins
Have
nearby.
some cow raisins.
Cow raisins, yeah.
All right, here we
That's
go.
something different.
Total of 7. We made it. We made it there.
You only made it because of your +1 forward.
Plus 1 forward, so 8.
Okay.
That's right. Plus 1 forward. So we made it. We made it
But
there.
it-
What is this scar? I'll let you pick, because you are receiving the scar, so I'll let you pick Oak.
So what's your scar look like?
I think because it is a lot of different scars now that he sustained all over his body, and best as he tried, it was, his shoulder, it was his abdomen, legs. I think it just all kind of the stitches and stretches and comes together and forms what has to be like a very haggard and like almost like a dying willow, like a dying tree.
Nice. I like
And
that a lot.
that's what his scars look like now over his body, kind of just like along here, like his right side.
Oh, that one's gonna leave a mark. I'm real sorry, but this is not really my forte.
I really appreciate that you're back, and I mean, I don't think there was any way I got out of that with no scars, so thank you.
Well, and now we've got something to match what's on the inside, right?
Yeah. I've missed you.
I missed you too, sugar.
And then Oak is gonna look over to Cal and say, I wonder if he has like rapid healing and we just don't have to touch him.
That sure would be real great.
I will say comparatively to the other, well, what happened afterward, Cal is now looking, like compared to the burned body, the other burned body of Oak, he looks not quite as bad as the others. He is not the most immediate.
What about
if you want
Hector?
to make Hector stable, that would be it. Someone's going to have to either this week or next week make him stable. So you're welcome to try. I'm not going to kill him when he's not here, but you're welcome to try. The consequences will be yours if you fail.
That's fine.
+1 forward.
Plus 1 forward. That's right. And also, the harmful consequences of my actions are going to hurt somebody besides me. So
That is true. That is a hex thing.
that sure is my ex thing.
It's just a cycle of harm.
Okay.
Hector's going to have a gnarly scar, but
We'll talk
Gonna be
about
okay.
it. Hector will, tell what his gnarly scar is. But for now, 3 harm, healed, and stabilized. Hector is looking better. But he's unconscious.
I'll look like Sally with all them blood stitches now from Nightmare. Just all stitched up.
Yeah.
I feel there's something in the wind.
There was fire. Fire was in the wind.
And there is just blood and like char marks all over the hallway. It is a mess.
Hey, we did it.
At the risk of hurting myself more, could you also maybe do that to me?
Sure. Like Just, rinse, repeat, bite down on that belt, sugar, because...
It'll be fine. I have felt worse.
You know what? I believe that.
It's Josie.
Yeah, Josie is snoring. Apologies, everyone. She's real conked.
Yeah,
She's had a long day.
We
I
love
thought
it.
I was losing my mind for just a moment.
Nope,
I'm
she's
We
like,
love
just
it.
passed out.
We love it.
7! Scars for everyone!
The scars that bind us.
Yeah.
Scars that bind us.
Wonderful.
What does your scar look like, Lucy?
I think that the maw of that thing got me on my arm, didn't it? Of the
Yeah.
stag.
Yeah.
So I think that it would probably. I think it's gonna end up. It just is this gnarly, like spiderwebby clumps, sort of like all across my shoulder and across my chest. And I think for a moment, because it hurts so much, you can see like my skeleton kind of glowing beneath it, except it looks distorted now because it's like kind of like you're looking at something through like water in a glass. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I also need you to roll act under pressure, Lucy.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why?
11.
Good. As you feel better as Darlene's magic kind of flows through you, but you also feel your stomach in knots, like you want to vomit, but you can hold it down.
Thanks.
You're welcome, sugar. Sorry about the scar.
Oh, it's fine. I don't really have that many yet, so it'll make for a good story.
That's a good way to look at it.
What do you sleep? Do you people sleep?
I just slept
The
for
still
like
awake
4 or
ones?
5 days, so...
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm
"He's gonna,
sorry.
like, move me?
Yeah, I'll pick you up and put you on a bed. How much did I heal? I'm sorry, I totally spaced on that. 3.
Right?
Okay, thank you. I'm no longer unstable.
Good.
Get us
I want-
stable.
I
for
want to say
once.
Darlene is like about to use telekinesis to move Isabeau, and then Lucy just picks her up. I'm like, oh, that works too.
It would have been so funny if you Raggedy Ann-dolled me.
Or if you failed and just chuck it somewhere.
I take 2
You know that 3 harm that I healed you.
Yeet! Yeah, I just want my like limp body charred and do I smell like honey baked ham?
I don't know.
It smells like a menagerie of meat inside of this place.
It smells like burning.
So I want to confirm, Cal is not unstable, right? He's not going to sit
No.
there and bleed out if
He's
we neglect
He
him.
will not sit there and bleed
He's
out.
just going to rest. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Did somebody just leave him on the front porch?
I assumed you all like dragged each other in. Yeah, he's unconscious somewhere.
Oak took like a solid 15 minutes to drag him 5 feet.
He's a solid person. I feel like he would be.
Well, Raphael was also here last week, and he's tough. He could have slung some bodies places.
Yeah. I can
Have you
also
guys-
kind of like fly pull people. Like I can kind of just fly and pull them.
If I remember correctly, Lucy had like one person over one shoulder and another over the other when she went up to that car
Yeah.
and said, "Hello, excuse me.
Excuse me, this is my property. What are you doing?
Who are you?
Hello?
Excuse me, ma'am."
Excuse me, ma'am.
Do you all do?
Sleep. I don't know.
I would.
Will you
I
let
would
me
like
know
to
when I'm
sleep.
conscious again?
I'll let you know when you're conscious, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep, sleep. Oak, are you sleeping? You staying awake? Pulling all-nighter.
I think, okay, so Oak is going to go back to his room, whatever the hell that looks like these days in this fort. We don't get any cell phone reception out there, but he's going to look into his bag, pull out because I don't even think he carries his cell phone with him because it's so unreliable. He's going to open it up, and it's like an old flip phone. It has like a little mirror on the front. It's like from like the mid-aughts. And he's going to scroll through the contacts list. He's going to land on a name. and his thumb is gonna hover over the call button for like a solid minute. He's gonna close his flip phone, throw it in the bag, and then go to sleep.
Okay. Where are the rest of the body sleeping? There's only 2 bedrooms in this place. You all shacked on the same place, sleeping on chairs.
Can I levitate in the middle of the air and then sleep?
Sure. Probably. Yeah, you're pretty powerful now. Sure.
There is no oak, only Zoom.
Yes.
Yep.
I just create a bed of wind. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Are you the keymaster?
Picturing Darlene making a hammock of blood now.
Darlene ain't going to sleep. She's going out to have some fun.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
What?
Does Lucy sleep or does she just rest?
I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think?
I don't think she sleeps.
Okay.
Because there's not, I don't know how that would work with someone who's technically dead. But I think she can rest. So I would guess that I'm probably going to, I might go outside, like towards the back and kind of put my coat over me and lean up against the house and sleep.
Okay. Sure. Where's Darlene going?
It would. The only bar in Hallows.
Yeah. You go to Wood. It is midnight on a Wednesday. It's still open for a couple more hours.
She's just gonna see what the opportunities are for the evening.
Yeah. Behind the counter.
She'll leave a note. She'll leave a note at Nana's.
So what does it say?
Heading out to Wood. Been sleeping too long. Need to go for a stretch.
Well, there's a couple people at Wood. There is Dominic, the bartender who you've met before, is there, but it's not. I think beyond him, it's probably. I don't know. What's Lucy looking? Or what's Darlene looking for?
I think in this instance, Darlene is looking for something that's not going to care when she slips out in the middle of the night, and is it's a good thing you're pretty. That kind of a.
I think there's like out of college, a couple of guys in their 20s who are drinking like kind of football-y frat boys in their 20s. There's also probably a solitary trucker as well. Looks to be in his 30s. In plaid.
Wearing plaid.
Mm-hmm.
What does Darlene want? She go for the trucker.
Okay. Yeah, roll plus. What do you do? How do you approach?
Oh, she just. I'm assuming that this trucker is just sitting on one end of the bar.
Yeah.
She'll leave like one seat between them, and just mosey on up to the bar, sit down. Just order a whiskey, and ask the bartender to give the this trucker a refill, and then when that happens, just give him the old wink.
Roll plus charm.
Nine.
Nice. I think you.
No, wait, plus one forward because the last thing I did was magic.
Correct.
10.
The next one won't be plus 1 4, but yes, with that 10, he seems like a nice guy. His name is Jeffrey. Just happens to be in town for a little bit before he goes on his next route. But yeah, you guys go back to his place. I assume you want to go in the charred husk of Nana's.
It's either that or it's the wake and bake.
Oh, the wake and bake would work too.
So.
But yeah, he invites you back to his. He's got a nice small house. You have a nice night. And
then
move
when I
on.
get back, I probably do some reading before I pass out.
It's around 3. Did you bring all your stuff from Wake and Bake?
I probably didn't. So what I'll do is after I'm done with Jeffrey, I'll head over and pack up my shit and bring it over to Nana's.
Okay. By the time you arrive after this entire endeavor, it's like 3 a.m. So you don't get a lot of time to read. You kind of just spread out your stuff in one of the booths that is at Nana's and just pass out there. And you all wake up. It is Thursday morning. You all heal 1.
Good.
1 harm healed, and you are all conscious.
I have 0 harm for the first time since I think we started.
I still have 2 harm.
Fuck. You get you some.
I only healed 1 harm.
Get you some armor, girl.
I want armor, but I can't find anything I like.
So I healed you 3 harm.
I know, and I was at
She was at full.
6 harm.
Right. Fuck. Wow.
Yeah, you
okay.
got me to stable, and then I healed 1, so I'm at
That's
2.
right,
and I
that's
assume Cal is also at 2. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
We are the tanks that get fucked up, except for I think he has armor and I don't.
Don't we all have the same amount of health?
I don't know.
Yeah, as characters, you all have the same amount of health.
Oh no.
It's just the harm and
Yeah, it's armor and stuff like that helps you.
the changes
Oh, okay,
or
that's right.
quick healing abilities.
Yep.
Keeper,
Yes.
how fucked up do I look?
What do you do when you wake? I'm gonna say you wake up first, Isabeau. What do you do when you wake up?
I wake up, I look around. Is Cal close to me?
I don't know.
Did someone pull his lifeless body next to my lifeless
he's just
body?
like the tarp leading in, the tarp covering the car hole is like the entryway, and he's just like a foot beyond that, just like sprawled out on the ground. You can see the small mark in the back of his neck, the hole that exists now.
I will panic a little bit because I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I will go over to him and just check to make sure he's doing okay.
Yeah, roll A plus sharp.
You know I'm so good at these, Ty. Ooh, that was almost bad. 7. Because it's 8 minus 1.
You can feel his chest rising, falling. He is breathing. You also think he is the kind of person who runs hot. Just his natural high body temperature. He feels a little cool.
Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. I will drag him someplace comfortable and see if I can find a non-burned blanket to kind of wrap him in.
Yeah, you find. I think you have the wet towels that were dousing the flames that are now dry. You just kind of towel him up. Yeah, the blanket is burned to shit, so you just kind of make a little bed in one of the booths with the towels and prop him up.
Okay, I'll give him like a very gentle kiss on the forehead and go up to wherever I think a bathroom might be.
Yeah, there's one downstairs, one upstairs.
Whichever's
downstairs is closer.
Yeah, I'll go in and just start checking over things and peeling off what I sure is a lot of burned material.
Yeah, whatever's left.
I think I have my saddlebag, so I think I have some form of clothes on me that I can change.
I'm sure you all have some extra set of clothes you can change into. As you are surveying yourself, you see the burnt skin kind of like. You actually didn't get it. You didn't get a start from Darlene, did you? You're the one. Darlene's rolled the best for you. Mm-hmm. So you like the burnt skin and flesh is just like kind of comes off in clumps, but your skin looks pretty normal underneath. And as you are looking yourself over, there are 2 distinct things you notice and feel. Your eyes, whatever color they are normally, now have a tint of orange in them. It's visible. And your canine teeth are noticeably sharper.
That's so hot. That's so hot. I'm a little turned on by my own character right now, and I need a moment. That's so hot. That's kind of my dream. Oh, wow. This is going to be an interesting conversation. Don't know what to do about that. I'm going to clean clean and scrub and put on some clothes and go down to the books to have a conversation with somebody who might be able to help me out with that. Sure wish Hector was here.
As Isabeau, yeah, like I said, we might do a little less today because I know Hector has to be involved in some of this. You begin making your way.
The first person I'd go to is Hector. Like, can you?
How does Lucy like wake up or come to after her like rest?
I think that Lucy probably. I think that she also spent a fair amount of the night actually trying to look to make sure there wasn't anything fucked up coming from anywhere near in the woods. And so I think in the wee hours of the morning, she would probably get up and go inside and also try to like clean herself and change her clothes. And then I think that she would, is there food in this house?
So much meat in this house.
Is there stuff that's like not meat?
There is other stuff. There is some eggs and flour.
Okay. Is there any milk?
Yeah. Yep. Because she occasionally makes country fried steak and flapjack.
Is there any baking powder?
Yeah.
Baking soda?
Yeah.
Great. So she's going to make some pancakes.
Yes.
She will make some pancakes and bacon if there's any bacon. If not, then probably heat up some of the meat. And just start making a big ass breakfast for anybody because she knows that people are going to be hungry when they wake up.
Do I smell that?
Yeah, and you smell, like as you are beginning to walk towards the basement door, you smell that. How do you wake up Oak?
With darkness. I do have, a real quick tech question, Ty, for this track that you're playing.
Yes.
On your track level, where's the audio at?
Oh, it's real low for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that one is so low.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. Because it's a great track, but it's barely audible.
Yeah, I don't know why that one was so low. Thanks.
Yep, no problem. And then I think Oak I think Oak kind of drops on the floor when he wakes up. That's how he wakes up, because this is like a new thing he's trying, and he's able to make it like a solid like 6.5, 7 hours, and then he drops on the floor from the flight spell ending, and he wakes up and he's like, okay, that was pretty good. And then he just kind of stretches a little bit, and he starts to scamper on down to the library.
You smell in the main area, the dining area, you smell breakfast cooked by Lucy, and you kind of come to the basement door the same time as Isabeau does.
Oh. Did you smell that?
That's a loaded question. I assume you mean pancakes.
Yeah, the pancakes. I like
that. You were making a fart joke. I don't know. It's been a weird couple of days. Yes, I do smell that.
I actually kind of like pancakes.
My dad used to make pancakes like every Saturday, and so it's kind of nice to smell it again.
My dad made them. My dad made them every Sunday.
It's just the best. Like, I feel like pancakes are like so great and simple at the same time that dads just like really just nail pancakes.
Yeah.
I was actually coming downstairs for you, but I think I'd rather eat some pancakes.
Well, why me? What do you need?
Something's happening.
And you just looking at her this close, you see the orange like kind of swirl in her eyes that's constantly shifting a little bit. You can also see as she's talking to you, her teeth or her canines are noticeably sharper.
I've bit my lip like 3 times. It's a little off-putting.
Yeah, you're starting to look more like Cal, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because I'm afraid that Cal doesn't look a lot like Cal.
You mean he's becoming more human and you're becoming more demon?
I don't know if it's just because he's healing, but he's not as warm as he normally is.
Funnily enough, I'm gonna be researching this more today, but when I summoned my first demon on accident, the demon had a tether, and that's the only way it appears that a lot of demons can stay in this world is with tethers. I think you're the reason that Cal can stay here.
But what happens if it runs out?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never met a demon who wasn't nefarious or single-minded.
Well, he's not a demon. He's different. I think he hunts demons. He's not a demon.
Oak just looks down at his feet.
I'm in your way.
And Darlene wakes up right around this time as well.
Screeching and flames.
Burn it down!
Bat wings,
I think Darlene, before she, the way she fell asleep, I think, she, washed and set her hair. She got into her pajamas and everything, and she, had a cup of tea, or actually for Darlene, probably a cup of coffee, and passed out reading a book. And she wakes up. Where do we think that she fell asleep? There is a library?
No, no one's asleep in the library. You could fall asleep in the dining room. You could fall asleep in. No one's using Nana's bedroom because I think Oak was staying in the guest bedroom. There is also a variety of booths in this dining area. That's kind of what you have access to. There's not a ton of bedrooms in this place.
Okay. Yeah, I think she just fell asleep on the book. So kind of wakes up, starts awake sort of probably, and gets a bearing on her surroundings, and then smells the food cooking, and wanders in to see everyone else.
Kind of congregated near Lucy's near the kitchen, which is maybe a couple 20 feet away from the basement door. The freezer.
Or she's fucking with my settings on my monitor. She rubbed your face and hit all the buttons.
That's
Lucy, you can now see everyone kind of within eye shot by the door.
I'll just sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say Darlene will strut in and start assisting that Lucy's making pancakes, so Darlene will start making some coffee and tea.
I was just going to say that as soon as she saw Darlene, she was going to pour a cup of coffee for her and hand it to her.
Oh, you already made the coffee. Thanks, sugar.
I don't really sleep, so good morning.
No, I think I got maybe 3 hours. After 4 or 5 days, I think 3 hours is plenty. How are you feeling?
Significantly better today than I have felt in probably several days.
Well, that's good.
Better
Better is better.
For the help.
Oh, don't mention it. I mean, what's family for?
Lucy will slowly look away, avert her eyes, and turn around and keep cooking.
Isabeau would like to come in. Is there anything I can do to help? Oh my god, there's coffee. Can I have some? I'll go pour it. And she's averting her eyes, and she'll go and she'll pour coffee. Can I set the table or something? Can I help?
Are you okay?
Everything all right there, Isabeau? You in a lot of pain?
No. Actually, I look pretty good. Didn't scar as much as I thought I was going to. Seemed to slaw off.
Can we see her stuff now that she's looking at us?
Yeah, you can definitely see the eyes. If you're trying to conceal the mouth, maybe, but if you're not, then.
Oak is gonna out her in like 2 seconds anyway.
Ah!
So
I'm gonna wait for that moment.
pick your reveal, Isabeau.
I'm a little different.
Her eyes are orange and her canines are growing. Oak is like flying around the table, picking up pancakes.
Levitating them into his mouth. I'm a golden god.
All I can think of is Aang on like an airball, like.
Yes, very, very egg energy right now.
Darlene is just watching him without like being phased at all and just says, "Oh, this looks good on you. I like this.
Thank you.
Look at you go." So that seems like isn't that, one of the hallmarks of your puppy friend over there?
So it would seem. I'm freaking out a little bit. He was already worried about how this is going to affect me. And when he wakes up, I don't know how to hide this, and it's going to scare him even more. And it's like going to give him more reason to leave.
I don't mean to butt in, but I'm going to butt in. I don't ever recommend lying.
I don't think lying is even an option, but...
I mean, concealing is lying, so I don't recommend you do that. It never ends well, ever. I mean, unless you're running from the law or something. I not that I know about that, but...
Dead bodies in a closet.
Oh, I guess I am now. I've made it this long.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Y'all are a very interesting bunch.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's so good. So great.
Y'all don't happen to know, do you? Anything? Hector's not awake yet, is he?
Can Darlene maybe snag Oak and try to like sift through some books in the library and see what we can come up with? Is that like roll investigate a mystery or something?
You don't have to
What do you guys
right
look?
now.
If you guys can do it after breakfast. Oh, you're about this current situation?
Yeah. About what's going on with this bow and her bow.
What sort of creature is it?
What is happening? Tell us.
Second.
Or can I? Let me ask this. Can I get confirmation whether or not my tether thing was close? Was I ballpark?
You are current. So I know we did this a little bit last time. You are currently I know I have the details of it, but you are currently working on a clock to learn more about tattoo magic and tethers. That was something you were studying and you rolled once for.
Yeah.
You could roll to get another piece of, and you'll get something this time. You didn't get any the first time, so you rolled a failure, but I didn't mark a wedge on the clock.
Right.
You could do it again to get some stuff.
Okay.
And you'll learn a little bit more.
So I'll consult with Darlene about my tether and tattoo theories and stuff like that. Then does that work?
Yeah. I want you to. I do want you to roll again if you're looking for. I want you to roll investigate, and I'm going to do something either way. We'll figure out how much you get.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm going to try and find the honey baked ham. See if there's any left. Whether
Those
Raphael
five.
had
There's
taken
9. Was Darlene gonna help? We can get extra.
Helping is not my strong suit, shit. I was trying to do the rolling.
Oh. Well,
But I can try to help.
Do it! I just need a +1.
Just don't fail.
Well, with the -1, that's a 6. So experience for me.
Unless someone wants to try to help Darlene to bump it up to a mix.
Cool is not a great thing for. I mean, it's just a standard thing for me. I don't.
I mean, yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just be
I've
weird?
got a plus to sharp, but a minus
This is-
to cool.
As you're rolling, this is how I ended a session once of Urban Shadows that I ran as a one-shot. Everyone tried to help out someone else to change it from like one level, and everyone failed. No one got it at the end.
Wave cascade failure or whatever, failures.
Okay, good. So you get a mixed, you bump Darlene up to a mixed, and Oak bumps up to a full success.
Boom!
Okay.
Hot damn.
So the weirdos kind of just all look at each other really quick and start talking, I guess. And so what do I discover? What do I...
This isn't awkward. This
What-
is fine.
what
I am
dawn's
still
it?
standing here.
Yeah, just
You
a moment,
find-
Linda.
Yeah, well, you guys are like, you guys do walk into
Hang on a
like,
second, Barbara.
you do, as you're like finishing up breakfast, you walk into the freezer and down into the basement. I sent you one, and you do find one specific entry that I have sent you, Matthew,
Okay.
concerning the tattoo magic.
Don't call me fucking Linda.
If you can't read it, I know this was something I tried. If you cannot read it, that is fine. I will send it in a different way.
It is readable. One second. I have my warm screen on, but because I'm colorblind, it's like, it really fucks me up.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
after the
use-
Linda and the Barbara, I will take a plate and fill it up as high as I can with pancakes, and I'll find the honey baked ham and bring a plate in to wake up Cal with a hot black cup of coffee.
wait till you finish.
Yeah.
This, actually.
It was just more like, fine, I guess they'll tell me eventually. Just leave.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've got this. All right, weird.
This is not a finished thing with this tattoo. This is something ongoing. That's just the first entry you find with some substance of relevance. As for tethering, I think with the full success and with everyone else's mixed, you find that it's not. You were partially right. Things can exist in this world without a tether. It does usually take something bringing them into this world. As for tethers themselves, once two beings like from a different realm are tethered together, there are ways both of them can use that connection one way or the other. But they may not be in control of it.
Right. And okay, and I found this little tidbit in the
Found that
in the
entry,
book.
yeah.
God. I think Oak finds this and like he tears it out of the book. He just like pockets it.
Yeah. You're muted.
Oh.
You said something, Emma. Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Just talking to myself. Don't worry
Cool.
about it.
Gotcha.
I feel like we all do that. We'll mute ourselves because we just can't.
Is this Call of Cthulhu magic?
Nope, not necessarily.
Okay, it's very dark.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not necessarily.
Oh, shit. Okay. No, it's fine. I'm just side-eyeing Ty in a conversation we had.
So the three of you kind of do some research in the library, which I think Lucy cleaned up at one point a little bit, right? You cleaned up the blood. So it probably still smells a little bit, but there's no longer just like caked
Straight up.
blood and like organs on the floor.
Delicious.
And I think the book that Darlene fell asleep into was about dreams and like something about she's just trying to edge into like what the hell kind of dream she had where she got hurt in the real life.
Roll investigate. Once again, this is something that's going to be a little bit more ongoing for you.
Okay,
But
that's
roll to
fine.
see how your first like shot of it does.
Much better. Jeez. There finally wasn't a 1 in the mix. Right, okay, 10. It's +1, yeah. No +1 forward because I didn't do magic last action. So 10.
You give me 1 second. You find some relevant stuff. I will send you kind of more specifically what you find separately.
Okay.
But you find a little bit. You've started to make some headway into research about it. What do the 3 library folks do?
Keeper, question. Do I have any way of contacting Micah?
Yeah, you have Micah's phone number.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
But can do I have a way from Hush Hallows of contacting Micah?
That's a good question.
Do I have spidey senses?
How do you think Lucy would contact him outside of what abilities do you think Lucy would have?
Supernatural wireless network.
I mean, I don't.
I can make something up if you'd like.
I mean, I think that.
Well,
I think that I don't know the steepled hands.
What do you think? Tell me what you're thinking, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Why don't you just tell me what you're thinking? Let's do it that way.
Go ahead.
Blood's crying.
The only the only way
Shove
that
your arm in a neck.
I think that Lucy would try to contact Micah through God, maybe she actually you know how in Supernatural when they draw a blood rune on the wall and press their hands on it, it turns into a portal?
Yeah. That's good.
Like that, except I'm thinking more of it's a telephone.
It's either going to be that or it's going to suggest
or a
Constantine.
webcam, or it'll summon him, and maybe it'll piss him off that he gets summoned, but it summons him, and I'm only supposed to use it in emergency situations.
Okay. Let's
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Or it sends me there, I guess, if that's better. It could send me back to the origins place.
We'll talk about it.
You did it on a mirror.
Do something. Roll plus. It's not. It would be more of the mirror scry thing if you asked a friend's help, like the 2 magic users around you. That's something Lucy is not really in tune with use magic.
For sure, no.
But to connect with him, yeah, we'll let you do something. Roll plus weird if you succeed.
Okay. 10.
Yeah. Where are you going? Are you doing this in where are you doing this?
I guess the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, we see Lucy alone in the bathroom, and as you're staring at the mirror, what's staring back is your truest form, which you can describe if you want to.
Ooh.
My truest form. What I guess the camera would see is this, older teens person staring at themselves, but the person staring back is about 14 years old, and she is in a white linen dress, and she looks quite pale. Her hair is she looks kind of like she's been perfected in some way, and it's just a young girl.
And as the camera, we see this in the mirror, and as it continues to pan around, we see your form is now this form as well, and more translucent, as you kind of just fade into this mirror, just kind of ghost through it. And you are in a smoky and massive just scape, and there is nothing around you. You cannot see a single thing in any direction. For a moment, until the shadows coalesce into another form. There is a young boy who looks to be about, I think, 13 or 14 as well, maybe a little bit younger than you, maybe closer to 12, 13. He is wearing a black blazer, a white button-up shirt, a skinny black tie, and black slacks. And he has curly brown hair that goes down to about his shoulders and kind of olive skin. And he is holding a rapier in his right hand, which is covered in blood. And he turns around and he sees you, and looks alarmed at first, but then it fades into a smile. I was kind of in the middle of something.
I see that. I'm really sorry.
And he kind of does the thing where he shakes off the blood, and then the blade just disappears and begins to walk towards you.
This isn't like an emergency. I know I'm really not supposed to contact you outside of that, although I really think we should get ice cream again someday.
I'm in the vicinity, I'll let you know.
Okay, well, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so we'll see. Do you know anything about hellhounds?
Yes, a little bit. Why?
I've kind of connected with this group, and there's this young girl who's connected with this hellhound, and they seem to be
crossing.
He's becoming more human, and she's becoming more hellhound.
His face kind of contorts. I mean, I know of hellhounds, but they're barely. I mean, they don't stay in our realm very long.
Oh.
They're only here for a couple minutes. I mean, they're here to do their jobs, and they leave to bring whatever escaped from a different realm back to the other side. I don't know of one that has stayed here for an extended period of time. That's not their job.
Do you know what happens if they stay too long?
I don't know. No, I've never seen or heard of one that's occurred with. What do you mean connected?
I don't know. They have like a weird. They're like a thing. The thing that, like a.
Fucking?
I think it's more than that. I feel like
Emotional
it's more
fucking.
than that.
Got it.
I have questions about that.
He kind of walks off a little bit, and he kind of I think as he whips a hand, gestures with his hand, and some sort of shadowy couch emerges, and he sits down on it and kind of gestures if you want to join him.
I'll sit down next to him.
And I think he gives you a little side hug. So.
Oh, I'll hug back.
So what is your? I mean, like I said, I've never really encountered this particular event. What are you kind of looking for? Or just asking questions?
I want to know if either of them are going to be okay if they stay. What happens if a human who's not dead and wasn't supposed to leave a realm goes to the other side?
Bad things.
Okay.
The realm, if a being that's not supposed to be in a realm goes there, the realm will have adverse effects on them. I've heard of humans going to realms and being affected by wherever they end up. Either gaining power or becoming changed.
In bad ways?
As the saying goes, power corrupts.
Okay. That's not reassuring at all. I was really hoping you'd have better news for me.
I think he kind of as you're saying this, kind of puts a hand and rests his hand in his chin and looks at you. So you're close to these people?
I mean, I think that's we're going to use that term pretty loosely, I think.
Enough where you're asking about things in their interest.
I guess so. I mean...
He gives a slight smile. Just a side of you I've never seen before.
Well... that's kind of, I mean, is that sad? Do you connect with anybody?
Not usually. I did in the beginning, but hundreds of years later, not so much. I might make a friend in a city if I stay for a couple weeks or months, but I move on pretty quickly. I'm supposed to.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens then. I wasn't going to. None of this was planned. It kind of just unraveled that way.
Why are you staying?
I don't have a family anymore. I haven't had one for however many years it's been.
He kind of looks up And like his eyes go back and forth. It's got to be closer to like 30, 50, around that era. Sounds right.
Yeah.
And be careful. Being attached is good, but being too attached. It's the same way.
Good talk. Glad we could do this.
And he smiles and goes for like a full-on hug you.
I will hug back.
I missed you, Lucy.
Oh. You hated me a long time ago.
Hate's a strong word.
I
You were new. It's like when, when someone starts a job, you always razz the newbie.
I was a kid, Micah.
He looks down at his body, which is younger than yours. Oh, wow. I don't know what that's like.
Okay, all right, okay. Again, always a pleasure. Truly, please, can we get ice cream again? It should be a every decade or so.
Every decade, I like that. Yeah, I'll try to stop by.
Thank you.
And he gives a smile, and you see him. And I think as you are both turning away, you see your form begins to, more of the leather clothes and the older form, but his form stays the same.
Okay.
And you see him he stretches out his arm, and the bone rapier appears again.
Don't die!
Haven't yet. And that's it. You're back in the bathroom.
I'll go out and rejoin the rest of the group.
Okay.
I was bringing food to Cal. And
Cal is still unconscious.
God damn it.
Even trying to wake him, it doesn't seem like it's restless sleep at all, and it doesn't seem like he's in pain. I mean, his body's a little banged up and it still does feel cold, but he just seems unconscious. And you won't be able to rouse him for a little bit for some reason.
Please wake up. Killing me. I have ham.
He doesn't respond. The ham does not rouse him this time.
Damn. I could have sworn it was going to work. I'll wrap it in tin foil and I'll put it in the fridge and I'll drink his coffee. And I'll just kind of sit. I'll scooch in next to him and I'll put his head on my lap and just drink the coffee and just try to see if I can keep him warm.
You sit in the dining area, just kind of cradling him and eating and drinking.
Playing
Basement.
with his hair.
Playing with his hair. It's long and brown and it's
Soft.
basement crew. Lucy has just rejoined you.
Where'd you go?
Different plane.
Take a shit.
What was that like?
Baron. I met with my, I guess you call him a supervisor? Supervisor/friend?
Your unlife coach?
Sure, yeah, yep. He was there when I woke up and showed me the ropes.
Did he offer helpful information?
It was helpful, but I don't like the information that I received. But it was helpful.
A lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Rat.
It's not good what they're doing. He's not supposed to be here, and she really shouldn't go there. He's never heard of a hellhound staying this long here, ever. So he doesn't actually know what happens. And then I'll continue to relay the rest of the information.
The thing that I can't get over with Cal, excuse me, not Hal, is he seems to have free will. All the demons I've met are usually set upon a single purpose or are openly malevolent. I mean, I think that's what you talked about, the changes. I mean, that's what happened to Karen. You know, she got left in that ice dimension, and that's what she became. But Cal's presence here, he seems fine. But then she is becoming more demonic. So maybe the only reason he's fine.
She's his humanizing aspect.
Yeah. But
And they're sort of leveling each other out.
leveling...
Like a heat sink. She's like a heat sink.
Yeah, I mean, they're leveling each other for now, but I'm worried that the scales might tip.
He did warn that power corrupts. So
Yeah.
Cal
Well-
seems to be losing his, but she certainly is gaining something.
See, I always felt like power corrupts was a view that lacked some nuance.
We stop right there. And we flash back. Darlene, tell me about the first time you gave in to your dark side.
Fuck.
The bait.
What was that? What was that memory like? Where and when are we?
Ooh,
Your temptation is what is called in the book.
Right. So, shit, you're gonna need some darker music for this.
Yeah, we have shifted. Let me pull up the.
Dark and stormy.
Okay. Shit.
Can you take a second? We can switch if you need a second.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I think we see Darlene. Right now, she's in like her mid upper 30s, and we see Darlene now in about her mid 20s, and Darlene at this point is, a lot of the things are the same, but some things are different. She's a little bit more bookish. She is much more cautious and a little less forward. And she is with her younger sister, who is she's in danger, immediate danger, and she needs some sort of intervention, some sort of help. And Darlene is too slow, too cautious, and too hesitant to use her magic in the situation, for fear of what could go wrong, for fear of drawing on powers that she shouldn't tamper with, for fear of power corrupting, and everything that she had been taught, leading her to a moment where she fails in her inaction, and her sister is taken, and she dies. And it is tragic. And Darlene, in just a moment of realization and in agony, lashes out with the full force of her power that she had the capability of tapping into when she didn't. and leashes out in this just intense wave of vengeance on this entity that took her sister from her. Her eyes just white, like we've seen so many times before, but just blood vessels in her face and her neck bursting, and the rage in which she screams, the pain in the tears that are streaming down her face, mingled with blood from the blood vessels that have burst in her eyes.
That's it. Then we like that. Either that vision happens to you or it doesn't, and the audience sees that. You can either choose to remember it is Darlene right now or not, or that's just something whoever's watching this gets to see.
Power in and of itself doesn't necessarily corrupt so much as it reveals what's beneath. And I know that can be different in other planes, but when we're talking about humans, the phrase needs some more nuance.
I guess, but I don't know how much longer we'll be talking about humans.
I mean, she rebounded quicker than he did. We might be at the tipping point already.
Canines.
What are hellhounds really like? Like, I don't really understand hellhounds very much. I haven't really encountered many.
I don't know anything about hellhounds. He's the first one I've ever met.
I think understanding a hellhound and the plane that the hellhound is from is a bit more important than worrying without having that basis of information, right?
Yeah, research hellhounds.
Like, how bad is bad in this situation? Like, what is if she becomes less of what she is, less human, like, what does that mean?
Well, I asked him what happens if a human goes to another plane. And no pun intended, he had a pretty grave look on his face.
I mean, again, you've met Karen. That's what happens.
Karen is terrifying.
And she's a human that spent a lot of time in several years in another plane.
For hundreds of years, you would know.
Yeah, and because of the time dilation, actually, it was centuries. That's why she can stop time and is invulnerable, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, this is bad stuff. But all the ways I know how to deal with these situations, I don't want to do. I want to find a way where he can stay and they can be happy. So it's time. I think it'll be some new and some big magic.
Real quick, Keeper / Matthew, how much
Ty?
do we know? How much do we know? No. I mean, both of you.
Oh,
Okay.
Both of you. How much do we know about what Karen was like before, and what happened that like put her in that situation?
Oak can tell the story if he wants to. I can inform any things that might be slightly off if there are. If the memory is not quite there.
I didn't know her that well is the thing, but I mean, she seemed fine. It was me and, I mean, I was the reckless one. That was my memory. But Ty, what do you? I mean, you tell
Correct. I can recall it if you want to. It's Oak was part of a coven on the UIC campus with I believe four other members. One of them was Karen. Karen was the one running it out of her dorm. after class one, and she was, pretty educated, very concise, intelligent, and it was only Oak and Karen that stayed after Oak had discovered what he thought was actual magic. He created a portal that summoned a monster into some sort of demon into this realm. He managed to banish it, but it banished Karen alongside of it. And almost instantaneously afterward, Karen reappeared with a different visage and began hunting Oak all over campus. Using some big magic with two other friends, he banished her to an ice realm for the second time.
Yeah.
After she had murdered one of her friends, and one of them was lost during the big magic as well.
Yeah. So I think Karen wasn't so much like power revealing, although maybe. It was more like, she spent a really long time in a really bad place, and those experiences hardened her and shaped her to be something truly terrifying.
And she also chose, to go on a path of vengeance.
She did. Yeah.
How well did you know? So you don't know how she might have reacted outside of that influence.
I mean,
if she was a vengeful type by nature,
yeah.
If she had a tendency to choose that way.
No, I didn't know her that well. That was one of the very first nights we met. It was college. It was freshman year. I knew magic was real from my own background, but I'd never gotten to practice it. So when I got into a space where I thought I would be free from, shall we say, prying eyes, I practiced it. I actually went into the internet. That was where I found my first magic. But I realized that the magic on the internet, the knowledge there is much less practiced and it's more dangerous. So I started practicing the more book magic, and I turned away from the internet. That's why I don't know how to use a computer. But, yeah. I don't know what to say about the whole situation other than demons are usually bad, but this seems different, and I think we need to have a different solution for this. It'd be interesting to find out how many demons out there are like Cal, I guess. Maybe we should look for instances of para-romantic relationships in history.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to look. And also, I think another place to look is, to find out more of what hellhounds are actually like and what it's like for people who are from, what that plane is like.
Okay. So, do you want to research hellhounds, and I'll research para-romance?
That sounds good to me.
Perfect.
Anybody want to bring Isabeau into this?
I would absolutely do that, but I want to have some kind of finding first.
Yeah.
Right.
I want
I don't want to just deliver bad news.
Yeah, I don't want to bring you just a dead mouse.
Right.
Do you need a character reference?
I'd rather bring you a live mouse.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. They're much cuter.
One thing I just wanted to flesh in. I was caught a little off guard with my little flashback. The other thing I want to add, if that's okay, to Darlene's little moment there, is that when she did finally dig deep into her power and lash out, it was in fury, it was in anguish, and in a matter of revenge on that creature. But she did save further lives from being lost that day when she finally did take that action, which has formed a lot for Darlene.
Yeah.
So do you want me just to...
Are you good at researching?
You want to help?
I'd like to be useful.
Well, you did a lot of the reorganization here in this library. Maybe you can help us find the books we need.
Yeah. Like a research librarian.
You can just call me Tits Librarian.
Lucy Damsel, the Tits Librarian.
That's right.
Pretty sure that's a porno somewhere. If it isn't,
So Ty, I think my light bulb moment here is I'm now curious. So here are the questions I am trying to get a sense of. I want to look at the history, other accounts of pararomantic relationships and how they ended. And I want it. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good light bulb. And then the question I have here is, what is the common prevailing theory about like what constitutes a demon in this world? That's like a question I have. Like, so like in the Buffyverse, it's like generally you assume they're all from other realities. They usually don't have a lot of moral choice, but some of them do. And is that
roll? I'll roll. Well, whoever's doing this, investigate for this. Roll, and we'll talk about.
Okay.
We'll talk about some of this.
So Oak and Darlene were sort of taking two different parts of this investigation. Darlene wanted to investigate sort of like what hellhounds are and what that plane that they come from is like. So I don't know if that could answer some of those questions.
Okay. You can roll. You can both roll investigate if you'd like, and we'll get some different answers.
Cool beans.
become the new mystery.
So I think my chief question though is the history of pararomantic relationships and how they ended. Other accounts, rather. Such as if Nana ever got down and dirty. Okay.
Nana's diary.
There it is. Great. Thanks. Okay, I'll mark the experience. Moving on.
Oh.
Can I help? Can I help?
That was my question because I'm without any help. I'm sitting on a 9, but with help I'd be sitting on a 10.
Well, what'd you get? Did you get a 6, Matthew?
I did get a 6.
It's your choice who's to help, Emma. Lucy, who's Lucy going to help?
What? I can't help both of them?
Nope.
Oh.
But I organized the library.
You can help one of them.
You left me out of it, so I can't help you.
Okay, I guess is a 9 isn't a failure, right?
No.
9 is still okay. Then
still mixed.
Yeah, but I would rather have a bit of both rather than just only one, I think.
Maybe.
Oh.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh, Mary. No, it's fine.
Flames goes to library.
No, I just counting's really hard sometimes. 10.
On the side of my face.
Oh shit.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, +1 without an issue. And you're giving it to Oak?
Yeah. So that's a 7 for me.
Yeah, mixed.
Is this 7 still mixed, right? Well,
I've unmarked my experience.
Okay. Did you want that?
I don't want it. I want a fucking answer to my question.
Okay. I don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll answer your question second. Let's go with the partial on Darlene first. What you find, and this will answer part of Matthew's question as well. What you find looking at it is there is a pretty decent, it's an older tome, but a pretty decent history of hellhounds and just the general ideas of them. They aren't. Some people may consider them demons, but that's not something they would consider themselves. They are in the aspect that they are creatures from another realm. They're beings from another realm, but they have a specific job to do, and they have autonomy with their choice and decisions. And it isn't necessary. It's and I think you guys know this from Cal too a little bit. It's kind of a counterpart to what Lucy does a little bit. Lucy sends occasionally kills things, but does send souls to a side. Hellhounds are designed to keep things on specific sides.
That's right. He did talk
designed to not make sure if something breaks over from one of the other realms that they send it back. As for the realm they're from themselves, that I think Isabeau knew or talked about a little bit during one of the scenes, it's just a space that it's like not a void, but it's just a place they just go and rest, and there isn't a lot there before they hop back into our realm for another mission. They don't have a strong sense of like community or family or like their own lives there outside of just generally their work.
Isabeau fucked it up.
Oh, she's dating a soldier, and that's not usually... They don't usually have attachment. Because they have a job to do. He's like a soldier who's dating another soldier from a different army. At least that's my fantasy anyway.
It's a good fantasy. I'm into it.
That's what you get with your mixed success. What you get with your mixed success, Oak, is you find maybe a journal, not as precise as the one Darlene found. Darlene's is more of a notated history. This is more of a journal about the connection. Like, I think with your research too, you find it's a pararomantic bond is very similar to a tether, in that both these parties are connected in some way and can use it back and forth if they know how. But it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes they can't figure it out, or it doesn't mesh, and there have been times it has ended a lot of times it ends poorly.
Okay. Matthew needs to go to the bathroom in real life, so
okay.
I'll be right back. But I'm good. My next move is to take that to Isabeau, my findings.
Okay.
Be right back.
So before that happens, what do Darlene and Lucy do? Kind of now it's you two in the basement. Or do you take this as well, Darlene?
Well, since it seems that Hellhound's primary function is to sort of keep a balance of, who stays on what side of things. He's altering the balance that he's supposed to keep.
Just quickly, Ty, do I know, have I ever been told by Micah or someone else if there's ever been a situation where a Reaper hasn't done their job? Like they just kind of stopped doing their job?
Roll luck roll.
Roll what?
Luck. Roll
Luck?
2d6. Yep.
2d6, okay. It's a 5.
Nope. Nothing you've heard of.
Well. I don't know how this is going to end. I just hope it doesn't end as badly as I think it will. I'd like to have faith that whatever connections, emotional connections people can have can save them from tremendous danger, but I don't know that I believe that.
I just feel like the whole time they're down there, Isabeau's just talking to Cal's unconscious body, drinking coffee, just like stroking his hair, and in like a reminiscing kind of way where it's just like talking about like what?
What do you reminisce about?
I think I reminisce about the day we met, how fucking crazy it was, talking about I was new on the job, and still not very good. And seeing the fire was like, it was exciting and terrifying because it was like the first big thing that had happened. And I wanted to be the hero. And I heard something, and I found you. It was shocking enough to find a naked you, let alone a naked you in an entire burning building. And I just some people would look back that and just think how traumatic that was, and for me, it just like it was almost calming. We fell, and you reached for me, and I instinctively reached for you, and fuck, I just don't. It's almost like I woke up and I had purpose, and I had, I don't know, excitement. Sounds shitty. Is it really like cliche to say like I felt warm? And everything was just cold. Everything was just cold. And not in like put on a jacket way, just in a way that like you forget that, you know, feelings exist. Now it's just warm. And now you're cold, and I'm so scared. Because I feel like I just got you. And I'm being so selfish because I'm holding you here, and now I feel like I'm killing you.
Right around this time, Oak, you enter out of the freezer, and you see her in the booth with Cal, unconscious.
Hey.
Hi. I've been looking into your dilemma here.
Please tell me it's like totally fine. This is totally normal. Everybody has gone through this. Can you just say that this is essentially the puberty of weird relationships? Yeah, I figured.
Do you want me to lie to you?
I don't think you can lie to me.
You're right, I'm a terrible liar.
I don't know you well enough, but I would never take you as a liar.
Listen, it's not ideal. Cal has a purpose. He's a soldier in a very long and protracted war. And you're a different kind of soldier in a similar war, but you have different jobs. And for Cal, falling in love is not in his job description.
This shitty job.
There is some kind of tether between you two. I was right on that hunch. But that tether, I mean, tethers, if you master them, sure, they're a resource. But you're no sorceress, and he's no sorcerer. But I am.
I mean,
I'll figure it out. I'll keep him safe somehow. I'll try.
I hope you don't think that I want this. I I don't get off on this. This isn't... Yeah, it's interesting, and it can be exciting, and I can shoot fire from my asshole, essentially. And it's crazy. But it's not worth him being cold. I'd give it back to him if he felt better. If he would just wake up. Am I why he's not waking up?
It's possible. I mean, you healed quicker than he did.
I healed the best I've ever healed. And I just want to take it back. I don't... Usually he'll talk to me or something. He'll say something silly or something ridiculous. Or he'll wave ham around like it's smelling salts. Or he'll... I don't like this. I don't know what to do.
I don't think any of us do yet, but we'll figure something out. But I'd like to prepare you for what I see as probably the two major outcomes. We fix your issue, and the two of you are changed. Probably. I don't think you can keep going like you are. You know, if you want him to stay here, things have to change. I don't know what that change would look like, but it'll have to change. That's just a hunch. Or the alternative, in order to save him,
He'll have to go home. Maybe I'm changed enough that I could go too.
I can send you there, or I can try. It's your life.
I've got my dad, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of just been him. As I know it sounds so cheesy. It's like, this is my world. And it is, you always look for it, or everybody talks about finding their soulmate. Mine just fell into my lap and then burned the fuck out of me. So like,
Maybe you could become a hellhound and the two of you can live happily ever after.
you're talking, it sounds lonely. But they do.
We're monster hunters. We're gonna be lonely no matter what we do.
Yeah.
I think Darlene comes up about that time and says,
Oak turns and goes, "Da!" Oh, hello.
but we can help each other make that a little bit less lonesome.
You find anything good, Darlene?
You know, I didn't find anything quite as doom and gloom as I was afraid of. So that's good. But I think I echo a lot of what Oak has said. We'll do some more digging. We'll figure this thing out.
I mean, you said that there's like a balance that we could share it. We just maybe have to.
Well, I mean that I think needs some exploring. We don't really have all the answers to what that balance could look like.
I want to take his hand.
Who knows? I mean, maybe he just needs to go back and do his resting and his healing back where he's supposed to be doing that.
And then at the same time, he got trapped here. If we get him back and then he can't come back, this is
right. It might be that he's stuck here because of that tether.
I'm trying.
And if
so
he used
hard
to go
not
back
be
and
greedy.
rest up and heal up back in that other realm, and he can't go back there to do that, it might just be harder for him to get all that done.
Maybe if I have enough, she's not the smartest person, and she'll just take his limp hands and just kind of put them on either side of her cheeks and try to warm them up. You can take some of it back.
As you do this, camera pans up as we end tonight's episode. Thank you for joining us.
Hate that.
Everyone go around and say their name and favorite moment, or saddest moment if you want to. It's a lot of that. So
Is there end of session?
yeah. Do something.
I leveled.
We definitely
Oh,
discovered.
that-
We definitely just. Well,
Yeah.
let's go down them. Yeah.
No. Yes. Yes. So 1.
Okay.
Everyone gets 1.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
quick. That's a quick
I'm-
For,
as
for
ever
those
was.
following along at home, the no, yes is, did we conclude the current mystery? No. Did we save someone from certain death or worse? No. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
For sure.
We did. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Definitely.
So that's 1 XP.
Yeah.
That 1 XP. Everyone go around and say their name, where we can find you, and your favorite moment or saddest moment from this night. Let's start with Darlene.
Oh!
Let's start with someone else if you're not ready. We can start with anyone.
No, it's okay. I can go. If I can drop Darlene's accent for a second. Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at Fox Venato on Twitters and such. And tonight I played Darlene, the Hex, who she's got stuff going on. I think. You can find me here Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays I do Alexis Attempts Art. I'm sort of easing back in my schedule, recovering slowly from some health issues, but follow my stuff on Twitter and Discord and you'll find out where I am. My favorite moment tonight, I think, I really enjoyed getting a chance to see, to kind of actually do some research in the world. And I also really enjoyed getting to see the little moment between Lucy and what is her supervisor's name?
Micah.
Micah.
Micah, that's right. That was very cute, especially the little side hug. I think that was really great and I loved it. It was sad and also cute and yeah. That's me.
Toss it to Isabeau.
Oh, hello. I'm Kai Gasson. I play Isabeau, pararomantic. You can find me on the Twitter sphere at Crit Charisma. I don't post a whole lot. Most of the time it's just something weird and probably my dog. Well, Darlene took mine because I really like that Micah scene. So I'll take the selfish route. I really like my aesthetic now. Really digging the eyes, really digging the canines. I'm a werewolf at heart. A1 on all accounts. Real like. Nice hat. Wish I actually looked like that. It's unfortunate. That's me.
Emma?
Hello. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I guess I post there sometimes. And you can find me here on Tuesdays, and then you can occasionally find me over on Mythos Mystery Society, and you can occasionally find me on my own channel streaming Animal Crossing. So I think my favorite moment from this evening, there were a lot. I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to just spend some time RPing and like having the characters get to know one another and finding out these little backstory lore drops. I will say that I think the moment that really struck me was when Oak was talking to Isabeau and said, "You're not a sorceress, he's not a sorcerer, but I am." And I was like, "Oh, look at this." That line really stood out to me. That was a great moment. And that's me.
Matthew.
Hi, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. You can find me here on Twitch TV/Dice Priori. You can find me in Dice Priori's Discord. And hey, sometimes I'm on Mythos Mystery Society too. Sometimes. the mythos infection is spreading. My favorite moment. Yeah, well, Kaya and I have. I don't know if we've ever RP'd like that before, and I think that I'll just take that one to my grave. That was. It's always great when you get to do the RP backstory, intimate stuff with your friends.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that one to my grave, and this was great. I need Hector next week, though.
Yeah, gotta happen. Gotta happen.
Hector.
Take it.
Had a lot for Hector this episode. Didn't happen. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't plan the whole episode around everyone wanting to talk to Hector. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all right. We've got a little more to get to. It's cool.
Yeah. I kind of thought the next 2 episodes would probably be like this. I am Sai. You can find me here. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. You can find me at Mythos Mystery Society, where I believe this Sunday or Saturday we will be continuing our Rhapsody of Blood game. And Matthew are playing in. First 2 episodes are edited and on they're not up on podcast yet, but they are done and should be up soon. It's a very fun Castlevania themed RPG. My favorite moment from this night. Everyone blowing up in the very opening, catching the room on fire, everyone failing, like, well, this is it. This is it, characters. This is how you end. That was the funniest moment, but everyone's RP and the seriousness and the backstories was all a lot of fun to get to.
Alrighty, so thank you for tuning in, folks. Remember to follow the stream, subscribe if you can, and give subscriptions a bits. Thank you so much for the support tonight. Monster of the Week is really fun. Thank you all. We're gonna go ahead and raid Katie Faze. It looks like her and Summer are doing 2 out of 3. They're the stream the 2 out of 3 horny girls play, and then they're playing Raft. Okay, get into it. Go watch the horny girls play Raft. Bye. They're rated. We are outroed.